The White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce and SCC TV are proud to present Your Business Matters, dedicated to your business needs. The White Bear Area Chamber is a nonprofit business organization serving as advocates to the White Bear area and its business community. Now, here's the Executive Director of the White Bear Area Chamber and the host of Your Business Matters, Tom Snell.
Welcome to Your Business Matters, brought to you by the White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce. Each month, we interview community leaders and local business owners so you can be informed about the developments in our community. This month, I'm pleased to welcome Randy Johnson, the Major Gift Officer for Century College. Randy and I will discuss the value of public support for Century College. Randy, welcome to Your Business Matters.
Well, thank you, Tom. It's great to be here.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what you do for the college.
Well, I'm a major gift officer for the Century College Foundation.
Okay.
And so what we do is to support the mission of the college by providing scholarships and other kind of financial supports for students in need that we call Acts of Kindness Emergency Funds.
And I want to ask you a little bit that. So, I mean, typically what you hear about are people that are involved in raising money for colleges. It's either for endowment purposes or for scholarships. And you mentioned something a little different. And could you go into that about the acts of kindness? What is that?
Well, we have a number of students that are at the Century College taking courses. They're trying to further themselves in their lives and looking toward a brighter future with their education or their training.
Yeah.
Sometimes students run into what you might call life and some kind of trouble of an emergency need of sorts. It could be a need for rent, or a car breaks down. They might have emergency daycare, something like that that gets in the way of them being able to stay in class and finish their education.
Is that a real important part of what you do? I mean, is something that I don't think a lot of people think about when they look at somebody going on to further their education. So this is, tell me a little bit about the importance of that and how many folks you might serve in that situation over a period of a year.
Well, with our Acts of Kindness Emergency Funds, last year we helped 94 students for over a total of $17,000.
Oh, okay.
So, and the maximum kind of grant that a student might be able to apply for is only $500.
Okay.
And so we're there and to be able to help them in their time of crisis. Oftentimes, somebody of a low income, they might be able to weather one crisis, but if they run into two or three, then they might have to drop out of school and not be able to finish their education.
So, you know, the cost of education, higher education, is going up dramatically. And you mentioned that some of the people that you've served with this program are low income, are people of modest income situations. Is that is Century College able then to get a significant number of people that might typically not be able to afford to go to another institution of higher learning, even a public college, that can go to Century College, save some money, and maybe afford to go based on what their income needs are?
Well, I think the wonderful thing about a school like Century College that's part of the Minnesota state system is that it is affordable. It costs $5,400 to go full-time for a year at the school. Now, whether you have the money to be able to pay for your tuition or not, it's a low cost which provides a high value for the students. But once in a while, a student runs into some kind of situation or an issue where some of the money that they were hoping to pay their tuition for ends up having to go towards something else in their life. And so there are individuals and businesses and churches that support our Acts of Kindness Emergency Fund in order to help relieve some of that pressure that some of these students might have to keep them in school and to help them finish their degree.
And how about the scholarship part? Could you go into that in a little bit more depth? What kind of scholarships do you give to local students at 10th Century?
Well, we have a variety of scholarships. An average scholarship amount is about $1,000, but we have a number that are $1,500, $2,000. We have one scholarship that is a full ride for a White Bear Lake High School student.
Okay.
But the scholarship program, again, is the opportunity for students to apply for that kind of financial support to help them be able to pay their tuition bill.
So one of the challenges that a lot of people have when they're getting ready to go to an institution of higher learning is all of the paperwork. It's called the FAFSA paperwork and all of these other things that go along with the application process. Does Century College, do they offer any assistance in that area at all? Do you know?
Well, sure. Our financial aid department helps students work through that whole process of the need to fill out a FAFSA.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yes. Every student ends up that is receiving any kind of financial aid has to go through that FAFSA application. That will determine what the family contribution will be toward their financial aid, what they're going to be required to do. The scholarship is something on top of that. So a student, whether they are of low income or not, they have the opportunity to apply for a scholarship in an area of study that they have, or it could be just a general scholarship for a student who is a returning adult. And they can apply for these scholarships. This is something that's it doesn't have to be paid back. They're able to receive that, and it helps then go directly toward helping to pay their tuition.
And that's part of what you do, is you raise some of the revenue for scholarships for students.
That's what I do, mostly entirely, is to talk to people and businesses to raise money to provide more scholarships for our students.
How about the ethnic makeup of the college? Is it primarily Caucasian, or tell me a little bit about how the college maybe has evolved in the past 50 years since its founding, because back then it was almost predominantly made up of Caucasian students from the White Bear area.
I would say that would be true. So we're celebrating our 50th anniversary year this year.
That.
I know, but I'm just going to say, back in 1967, that first class was made up of just over 500 students. Today, we serve more than 20,000 students.
Wow.
We're one of the largest public education institutions in the state of Minnesota. That would be for credit and non-credit students.
Sure.
And so you are asking about the diversity makeup of our college. So out of that 20-some thousand students, we have 39% of our students are students of diversity.
Oh, that's a significant number. Do you know how many languages are spoken at the college, or any idea?
There's many languages. One of our very special programs is the English speakers of other languages. So we have a number of students who come to take courses to learn English that allows them to take more college courses as they work toward their degree.
That's really really interesting. Now I understand too, when somebody goes to Century College at the reduced rate that you've got, that they can also use that money if they want to go on and get a 4-year degree. They don't have to, but they can use that then to go on and get a 4-year degree through your 2+2 programs. Is it called?
Well, our scholarships are, we only have a couple of scholarships that go with students on a transfer. All of our scholarships are for students who are enrolled at Century College. But we have a number of students who will complete their 2-year associate's degree and then transfer to the University of Minnesota or St. Thomas, Augsburg College, Bethel University.
Excellent.
Many different, or even one of the state schools like Metro State or Mankato State that are part of the Minnesota State system.
Well, Randy, we're going to just take a really brief break now to make several announcements about some of our chamber happenings. I want to particularly mention an event that we have scheduled for February 27th at Century College. The Chamber of Commerce, along with Century College, will hold a significant event with Sophia, a humanoid robot. Sophia has addressed the United Nations. She's been a guest on The Tonight Show, and the event with Sophia runs from 11:30 to 1 p.m. with registration at 11 a.m. There will be plenty of parking available at Century College. For more information, visit the Chamber website at www.whitebearchamber.com. With me today is Randy Johnson, the Major Gift Officer at Century College. I want to ask you a little bit about the anniversary opportunities that are coming to Century. You mentioned that the college was formed in 1967, so that makes this practically a 50-year anniversary time period. And so I understand that the college has a number of activities and events that are coinciding with your anniversary. Can you go through some of those venues for the audience?
Sure, I'd love to do that. We invite the community to come and be part of any of the events that we have coming up.
So they're not just a few select people that are coming? Okay.
No. Right. We would love to have our alumni and other community people come and be a part of these things. We kicked off our anniversary on September 18th this past fall, and that was the actual birthday of the old Lakewood Community College.
Okay.
And just maybe a lot of people don't know, but Century College is the merger of Lakewood Community College and Northeast Metro 916. Technical college.
Okay.
And so in 1996 it became Century College. So we're celebrating the 50th anniversary this year. We have a number of events that are coming up this winter and into the spring. And on February 22nd we have a STEM showcase. And we are expecting to have 300 high school students coming to spend part of the day with us to explore the STEM type of program.
And what is STEM?
Well, STEM is the science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay, that's what it stands for.
That's what it stands for.
All right.
So these students will come and have the opportunity to take a variety of sessions, either in our engineering or Fab Lab program, manufacturing program, or they could go down and take some sessions in our IT program, cyber defense, computer forensics.
Cyber defense.
Oh, sure. Century College has got one of the best cyber defense programs in the region.
That's one of the major areas that is of concern nowadays.
It's a huge concern, and when I hear our faculty talk about it, they say we teach them how to be a good hacker in order to prevent the bad hackers.
Oh,
so that's what they do, and our students go out to cyber defense competitions and do very well.
Cyber defense competitions?
That's right, to see who's the best hacker of all. So that's February 22nd is our STEM showcase. We have another showcase on our trades and technical showcase, which is in March 21st.
Okay, and the trades, that would be like construction or?
Well, all of our technical programs, such as our orthotics and prosthetics, our solar program, we have an interior design and kitchen and bath program, law enforcement's paramedic, EMS. These are kind of the trade type of programs
Okay.
that the college is offering. Our auto mechanic program, auto body program, all of those will be featured at that showcase on March
Okay.
21st.
And then students from the local high schools or others would be invited then to take part in these venues.
They certainly would be invited to come. Our STEM
Right.
showcase is specifically geared toward high school students.
And the next one would be geared towards?
A more industry type of people within
Okay.
the community. Then our liberal arts showcase is on April 12th, and that's going to be a very special day as we highlight liberal arts programs such as math, English, art,
Right.
music, those kinds of programs. We'll have a very special speaker that day.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about the speaker.
Well, Scott Hartley is coming to speak about the topic of his book that he wrote was the fuzzy and the techie. And so his interest is in, as our world goes about on a great advanced pace with our technology,
Sure.
we don't want to lose sight of that which makes us human. And so it's a combination of putting the human in with our technology.
Now, with this program that you've got, you said it's coming up in early April, and what's the timing of it?
Well, that's a morning over the noon hour program for
Okay.
that April 12th. The speaker will be from 11:15 to 12:15.
Okay, all right.
In the morning on campus.
Yep.
And then I have to say that all of these events will culminate with what we call our celebration and fundraising event on April 19th in the evening at the Envision Center in Oakdale.
Okay.
And we're hoping that not only our faculty and staff will attend, but we want our alumni to come. Certainly, we are inviting our donors who are supporting scholarships and such.
Business owners?
And business owners. And there's an opportunity for businesses and companies to be able to purchase a table for $1,000 and bring 10 people. Come and
Okay,
hear
all
our
right.
story and what the mission of our foundation is as we help students I'll just say our mission is to transform and enhance the lives of our students. And so we're going to be celebrating how Century College has been transforming lives for 50 years.
And with that, then, with the venue that you've got for this big event that's coming up, then the money raised goes to what?
All of the money that is raised at our celebration and fundraising event will go toward our scholarship support. There's a number of areas and departments within our school that do not have a dedicated scholarship to help support and encourage.
Oh, there are.
Yes,
Okay,
and
yes.
so what our hope is to raise money that we can look at those areas of our programs and be able to say we have this money now to dedicate toward creating a scholarship in this
all
area.
right.
So our goal really is what we call 50 for 50. What we hope to be doing during this year, and it'll stretch into next year as well, is that we hope to have 50 endowed scholarships for 50 years.
So that would be, when you say endowed scholarships, does that mean scholarships for the student once they come to Century, they have a ride for the next couple years if they want to go for 2 years?
Well, an endowed scholarship provides an ongoing scholarship into perpetuity. And as
Okay.
I said, the average scholarship for our students is about $1,000
Okay,
a
yeah,
year.
right.
So an endowment at Century College Foundation, a minimum of $25,000 is required to endow a scholarship, and that will generate that $1,000 annual scholarship into perpetuity to support those students who are in that particular study area
Okay.
of the college.
Real quickly, too, all the venues that you've told me about fundraising opportunities, how is the state supporting the local community colleges? Do you get a significant portion of support from the state? Is it increasing all the time, or is it been stagnant?
That certainly is one of the challenges,
Okay.
and our president, Angelia Millender, could really speak on that topic. But when Century College got started as Lakewood College.
Okay.
The amount of state support was the percentage was much
Right.
higher back in those days than it is today.
Oh, really?
And so the way in which it works now is that we're more tuition based and lesser the amount of state appropriation.
So that's why you need more money for scholarships.
That's why
and
we need
for
to have.
the
That's
other,
correct.
Exactly.
That's correct. The students are required to pay more of their tuition today than they used to years ago.
No, that makes all of these efforts more important.
That's correct, and
Yeah.
we certainly hope that our state legislators can support not only Century College but all of our state
Yep.
schools, so that we can continue to keep that cost at an affordable amount,
Yes.
so that we can help these students obtain their education, their diploma or their certificate, and be able to go into the workforce, of which we know there's a great need for workers in
sure is.
not only
Yep.
the state of Minnesota but the whole country.
Now, Randy, if somebody wants to get a hold of you or find out more about the 50th anniversary celebration at Century College, how can they go about doing that?
Well, I would direct them to our webpage, centurycollege.edu. And if they're interested in supporting our foundation and our scholarships
yes.
or our acts of kindness, they just get on our webpage and look for Foundation Alumni and hit on that, click on that heading, and that will direct you to how you can donate to the foundation and to support our students.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Or they can call me too, Randy
Okay,
Johnson.
what's your number?
My number, 651-779-5532, or they can email me at, this is very easy, randy.johnson@century.edu.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Randy, for joining me today. I'm Tom Snell. Thank you for watching Your Business Matters.
All right, thanks, Tom.
You've been watching Your Business Matters. For more information on this program or the White Bear Area Chamber, visit whitebearchamber.com or call 651-429-8593.